So I recently purchased the Nikon SB-17 flash for my Nikon F3. As you might already know, the Nikon F3 has this unusual flash mount which sits on top of the rewind knob. So you can't really attach any flash that you want, well, at least if you use an adapter like this one. Because the Nikon F3 is my most used film SLR, I decided it was worth picking up the SB-17 flash for my Nikon F3. And let me tell you, it was really worth the €20 investment. There are a few flash options out there for the Nikon F3, but I decided to go with the SB-17 specifically because it has the function of TTL mode, which basically meters the light for you and adjusts the flash output automatically. So with TTL mode, shooting flash on film isn't really that scary anymore. You don't have to be worried to be wasting your expensive film frames, and you can almost be 100% sure that your shots are gonna be exposed correctly. And as you're gonna be able to see in this first test roll in this video, every single shot that I fired off with the Nikon SB-17 was exposed correctly, without me thinking about it at all. So this is a really fun and inexpensive tool that you could add to your collection, especially if you are an heavy Nikon F3 user like myself. But now let's see how this little flash performs in real life conditions, and I'm gonna bring you onto my portrait shoots that I took of my girlfriend and also the portraits that I took of my friends. I put this flash through any lighting scenario that you could encounter in the real world. So we're talking about midday, harsh sunlight, sunset, golden hour, and even like dark indoor shots that were really low lit. The first shots that I got were some portraits of my girlfriend while we were on a nice summer picnic date. And I gotta say, those are my absolute favorite shots of the roll. Yeah, like that will be perfect.
Yes?
Looks cool. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Try to frame it like. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. And I have this in the foreground. Okay. I go 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then I go from the side. Yeah, 3, 2, 1. Nice. I really love the look of Kodak Gold 200 combined with the flash. It makes these really nice warm tones and produces this really nice warm summer vibe feel, which I was totally going for. A few days later, I visited my friends in my hometown to hang out and also take some portraits of them. At first I had the vision to take some portraits of my friend at the nearby forest, because I thought the really deep browns and light green tones would match up perfectly with the Kodak Gold and flash look. So we got there and had a nice long walk to be first scout around a bit and find some cool sets that we can take some portraits later. And at the first scene, I took out the Nikon F3, put on the flash,
Zack.
and well, then this happened.
Nein. Sag nicht, dass ich den angehabt habe und jetzt sind die Batterien leer.
After the portrait session of my girlfriend a few days prior to that shoot, I most certainly forgot to turn off the on-off switch of my flash, and that really drained out my batteries completely. And this meant we had to drive all the way back to my home and get some batteries to get some new juice into my flash. And yeah, I'm just gonna say I learned my lesson, and I'm never gonna leave the house without any spare batteries for my flash, for my cameras, for everything. I'm prepared now in the future, hopefully. But after driving back home, we decided not to go back to the forest again and instead meet another close friend of mine to hang out together at our favorite OG spot where we could see the Alps in the distance.
So, neuer Juice, neues Glück.
So with some fresh batteries inside the flash, I started to finally take some cool shots of my homies.
Now we talking.
Eine andere Frage.
Drei, zwei, eins. Mal einen Schritt zurück, aber versuch nicht runterzufallen dabei. Aber es kannst noch ein Stück rein. So zwischen den Blättern bist, dann haben wir so Backlit von deinen Haaren. Das sieht genau einen Schritt nach links von dir aus. Perfekt. 3, 2, 1. Schau mal zu mir. Ja. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Nice. Stell dich mal so ziemlich mittig zwischen den beiden. Dann kannst du mal deine Sonnenbrille aufziehen. 3, 2, 1. Wenn du dich mal so seitlich drehst, ja, und dann auch so noch mal ein bisschen zu mir, ja. Und dann vielleicht so auf den Boden schaust so ein bisschen. 3, 2, 1. Perfekt. Ja. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Spaß. 3, 2, 1. Perfekt. Und dann, ja, so in die Richtung schaust. 3, 2, 1. Perfekt. Das ist nice. Okay. Sehr cool. 3, 2, 1. Perfekt. Sehr cool. Vielen Dank.
After that session we changed the spot again, and by the time the beautiful golden hour was starting to kick in.
Okay, let's go.
Oh, der Kennzeichen. Was hat die jetzt guter Platz, das Kennzeichen?
Ja, Mann. Drei, zwei, eins. Nice.
And that's really where I'm so happy and obsessed with using the flash. Because by shooting backlit subjects you get this beautifully high dynamic range. By just giving a little kiss of light onto your subject while keeping the background properly exposed. And to be honest, this was really the main reason why I decided to pick up a flash for my film camera, because I really wanted to get those images on film.
Okay, actually bleib mal da stehen und guck mal. Ja.
Schießt du, ey.
Okay.
Oh, ich schneller geschossen.
Nice. Dieser Baum im Hintergrund sieht auch richtig cool aus. Komm mal nah an die Kamera ran. Ich sag dann Stopp. Noch ein Stück. Noch ein Stück. Okay, stopp, stopp. 3, 2, 1. Junge, du bist direkt vor mir.
Ja.
Man sieht hier alles im Hintergrund mit 19 mm. Richtig
Schaffst du, der
cool.
Mann steht gleich in dir. Sag Stopp.
Geil.
Hey, das ist der Aquaman.
For the last scene, the natural light was almost gone, and we came across this beautiful river with the last bit of sunset in the background, which was mirrored nicely on the still water in the back.
Okay. Sehr cool. Mach ich mal die Blende wieder auf. 3, 2, 1. Nice. Willst du sehen? Cool.
Sitzt du einfach rum. Ein Bier in der rechten Hand.
Geht beide mal ein bisschen nach links von euch. Stopp. Und dann stelle ich mich neben Chris. 3, 2, 1, los.
After that we went to my homie's place and we just hang out, had some pizza and some delicious burgers, and that's where I took these shots just to check how the flash is gonna perform in really low lit scenarios indoors. And what can I say, I'm really happy with the results. It was really almost pitch dark, only light coming off the TV and some tiny lamp in the corner, and that would have resulted in basically a dark shot without using the flash, but with I could manage to lit up the whole room, which really impressed me. And just like that, we are already at the end of this video. In conclusion, I gotta say I can highly recommend this Nikon SB-17 flash. And if you're looking for a flash in general for your Nikon F3, I would highly recommend a flash that is capable of measuring the light with the TTL mode. And I especially love this flash because you are able to tilt, shift, and also put the whole light source up. You can also use the flash bouncing off light off ceilings or walls, so you're really versatile with this flash. And by default you have already this offset flash look, so you're not particularly forced to have the flash right on top of your lens, which is really nice, but you also have the option to do so. And what I also really love is just how this looks. You really feel like you're like some press guy or something, and it's really, really powerful in this tiny compact package. If you made it this far into the video, I really appreciate you. It would really help me out a lot if you like this video and subscribe to my channel, and we're gonna see each other very soon in the next one. Till then, bye.